Hello, I'm Stephen Koprince, Managing Partner of Koprince Law, LLC. And today I want to talk about a situation in which a woman-owned small business was found ineligible because the husband actually managed the business. Now, this is something I see in my practice quite often. A business self-certifies as woman-owned, but the woman's husband or another man appears to be running the show. Now there's an SBA decision showing why this arrangement is a bad idea. A recent SBA Office of Hearings and Appeals decision highlights the importance of ensuring that a woman be responsible for managing the day-to-day business of a WSB, and that the woman's management role be reflected both in the corporate paperwork and in practice. OHA's decision is called Yardmasters, Inc. If you want to read it for yourself, you can find it on the SBA Office of Hearings and Appeals website under docket number SBA number WSB-109. Now, this case involved an Army solicitation for grounds maintenance services. The solicitation was issued as a WSB set-aside under NAICS Code 561730 for landscaping services with the corresponding $7 million size standard. After evaluating competitive proposals, the Army awarded the contract to Yardmasters, Inc. A competitor then filed a WSB protest, alleging that Yardmasters was ineligible. The protester contended that a man, Bryce Wade, was Yardmasters' majority owner and president until recently, and that he still exercised control over the company. In response to the protest, Yardmasters admitted that Bryce Wade had previously been the majority owner, but that he had recently sold stock to his wife, Sally Wade, making her the 51% owner. Yardmasters also produced Sally Wade's resume and meeting minutes showing that Sally Wade was the chief executive officer. The SBA area office examined Yardmasters' bylaws and determined that the bylaws do not create a CEO position or assign any duties to the CEO. Instead, the bylaws identified the president, a position held by Bryce Wade, as the chief executive and administrative officer of the corporation. The SBA area office also noted that Bryce Wade signed Yardmasters' proposal and its contract documents for the instant procurement, as well as the company's tax returns. The tax returns identified Bryce and not Sally Wade as a compensated officer. The SBA area office found that Sally Wade did not control Yardmasters and issued a determination finding the company ineligible for the Army WSB set-aside contract. Yardmasters appealed to SBA OHA, the Office of Hearings and Appeals. Yardmasters argued in part that the corporation's meeting minutes made clear that Sally Wade had ultimate direction and control of the company. Yardmasters argues that Sally Wade is its CEO, OHA wrote. The problem is that the board did not formally create a position of CEO. OHA continued, the bylaws were never changed to add the position of CEO. The bylaws clearly state that the president is the corporation's chief administrative and executive officer. Bryce Wade holds that position. OHA concluded that Yardmasters' highest officer position is president, and Bryce Wade, not Sally Wade, holds it. OHA also noted that all actions taken on Yardmasters' behalf were taken by Bryce Wade. Even after Sally Wade supposedly had taken control of the company, Bryce Wade signed Yardmasters' offer and was listed as the point of contact. And incredibly, after the WSB protest was filed, it was Bryce Wade, not Ms. Sally Wade, who communicated with SBA on Yardmasters' behalf. OHA denied the appeal and upheld the SBA area office's decision. The Yardmasters case offers at least 3 important lessons for WSBs. First, corporate paperwork really matters. I can't count how many times in my practice I've seen a situation like Yardmasters, where a company officer is using a title that isn't established in the governing documents. In order for a woman to hold the highest officer position in the company, the governing documents need to establish that her role is, in fact, the highest. Even small family-owned companies like Yardmasters need to ensure that their corporate documentation is up to snuff. Second, perception matters too. Although there's not necessarily anything inherently wrong with a man signing contracts and other documents on behalf of a WSB, it does tend to suggest that the man has outsized influence within the company. WSBs ought to be careful about who signs contracts, checks, and other corporate documents, as well as who is listed as points of contact in SAM and in proposals. And third, as a corollary to the previous item, if you're getting protested for WSB eligibility, don't have a man be in charge of communicating with the SBA. Talk about not sending the right signals. Now, the SBA is still working on the long-awaited rules that require all WSBs to be formally certified. But in the meantime, Yardmasters is a good reminder that self-certified WSBs need to do their due diligence to ensure that they comply with all WSB requirements.